GuitarLessons.com, the #1 name in guitar lessons online.
Hey, I'm Nate Savage, and in this lesson we're going to learn all about the 2-5-1 chord progression. Now, if you've ever listened to much of jazz, I guarantee you've heard a lot of 2-5-1 chord progressions because jazz is just chock full with them. So let's start off with an example, and then we'll learn how to play it. Let's take the key of A major and learn a 2-5-1 in that key. That's going to be a B minor, an E dominant 7th chord, and then an A major 7th chord. And if you want to think about it, starting on an A, B would be 2, A, B, C, D, E, sorry, C sharp, but E is 5, so B minor, E dominant 7th, and then 1, of course, is an A major 7th. So let's take some of the 7th chords we learned in the previous lesson and apply it to this chord progression in the key of A. Okay, so we have a B minor 7th chord to start off with. That's our 2. Then we're going to go to a E dominant 7th chord based on our kind of an A shape right here, just a regular dominant 7th chord. Then we're going to go down to an A major 7th chord. And if you look at jazz charts, you'll see little progressions that have a minor chord, like a B minor chord, and then a dominant chord right after it. And then you'll see a major, some kind of a major 7th chord. And that'll give you a kind of a telltale if you see that progression, minor, dominant, then major 7th, that's what key you'd be in, whatever it ends up on, that A major 7th, that's what key you'd be in. So, another thing that's common with 2-5-1 chord progressions, you have this one, right? You would go one step down and play a 2-5-1 in that key. So if we just played a 2-5-1 in the key of A, we would go to the key of G and play a 2-5-1 in that key. So if G is 1, A is going to be the 2, so we're going to play A minor 7th. And we got to find the 5 in the key of G, which is G, A, B, C, D. So we're going to play a D dominant 7th chord. And then finally, we're going to play the 1 of that key, which is of course a G major 7th. So a good exercise for you to do is just pick any random key. Let's say I wanted to pick D. Find a 2-5-1 in the key of D. Then go to the key of F. Find a 2-5-1 in the key of F. And just find them all over the fretboards. The more familiar you are with a 2-5-1 progression, the easier it's going to be for you to learn jazz charts and stuff in the future with jazz.